I'll give you Week 1 NFL Power Rankings. At number 10, Francisco 49ers. They have a very talented team right now. Their defense is still good. They did lose some pieces from that 2019 squad, but they're getting many pieces back, like Nick Bosa, and they still have a great linebacker in Warner. And their offense, they have a great receivers. Kittle, Samuel, Ayuk can all get yards after catch, and that will greatly help their QB. And their running game will be good as usual. Number 9, you have the Tennessee Titans. Their offense, they loaded up Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Tannehill. Their defense, I'm tad worried about. I think they'll be better than last year, but that defense is probably why they're lower in the top 10 rankings. I believe in a few weeks they may be closer to top 5. Number 8, you have the Seattle Seahawks. I know not many people put them this high, but I believe that their offensive weapons will be good, and Russell Wilson good as usual. Their defense played better in the second half of 2020, and I think they'll continue as being an average unit. And their offensive line, I believe, will get better and be average as well. And with those receivers, Seahawks offense may be deadly. And you have number 7, the Baltimore Ravens. Their defense, good as usual, and, and should be on par with last year. Their offense, they got a bunch of new receivers. Hopefully, Lamar Jackson can become like a top 10 passer, because overall, with his running ability, he's like top 10 QB, but his passing ability, I say he's outside top 10 for the best pure passing. And they still have a running attack. They did lose J.K. Dobbins for the season. I still believe in Gus Edwards and Lamar Jackson running, and that's why they're number 7. You have number 6, LA Rams. LA Rams, they have a tough defense. They did lose a few pieces in John Johnson and Troy Hill, but they made up for it on offense with Matthew Stafford, and that should bring their offense another level. Matthew Stafford going to do a deep bomb, something Jared Goff wasn't the best at, and they're well-rounded, so Rams at 6. Number 5, you have the Cleveland Browns. Their team is stacked. They have a well-rounded, they have depth, and really they don't have much of a weakness. The only weakness I can see is their linebacker core. Outside of that, it's pretty solid. And number 4, you have the Green Bay Packers. They got Aaron Rodgers back. Their team is still good, and even though they don't have too many star players on defense, I believe it'll still be above average unit. And their offense, probably top 10, if not top 5. And they're going to go far this year, like always. Number 3, you have the Buffalo Bills. They're ready for a Super Bowl. They filled in, they got more edge rushers. Their offense still deadly, still have the same receivers. And they brought in Emmanuel Sanders, lost John Brown though. Still, their team is just looking great right now. And Bills at 3. Then you have number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. The offense, great. Their receiving depth is a bit lacking, but they make up for it with Kelsey. The offensive line may take a little time to get together, so they might struggle in the first few games. Their defense overall, I believe they will be average again, and that's why they're at 2. And number 1, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who else? The Super Bowl champions. They brought back all their starters. The defense is still good. The offense still has Tom Brady and lots of talent, and Tampa Bay is going to be at the top of this power ranking.